Hey YouTube, my new buck knife came in the mail just recently, just a few hours ago, and I just wanted to show you this particular knife and my first impressions of it. Here's some of the information about it. It was made in December of 2016, on the 7th of December, made in the USA again there. And this is the Bucklite Max Small in the muddy water camo. And it may be a little bit difficult in the video to see the differential between the sheath, coloration and the handle. But there is a difference. As you can see, there seems to be more green in the sheath and more brown in the handle. A little bit more golden yellow and a little bit more of a tan going on in the handle. But once again, it's not too bad. This, once again, was made in December of 2016. The sheath was made in China and in January of 2016. So it was like the beginning of the year and the end of the year. So I don't know if that had anything to do with the pattern colorations and stuff. I mean, it's supposed to be muddy water camo, so you would think it wouldn't change, but I don't know. I like the coloration, though. So let's quickly at the sheath. Once again, it is made in China. They used to be made in Mexico, I believe. I'm not sure why they have to do that. They can make them in the USA. But it does have a couple of these little tags here. It says Buck on this one and the model number. And underneath that tag, there's another tag. And this one says 0116. I guess that means it's made in January of 2016. And it says sheath made in China. So that's what they say on there. Kind of a small belt loop, maybe a 2-inch belt at most could fit there. It has a nice, very nice retention on the snap, I would have to say. It's a very high quality snap. And so this is interesting. It has like a piece of rigid plastic material of some type because when you open it, it flips open. This thing doesn't want to stay in the closed position because there's a piece of, I think, plastic inserted into this webbing. And here is the plastic liner on this shrouded sheath. And then there's actually a plastic insert for the blade, so the blade doesn't cut through what I think this is some type of low to medium grade in terms of heaviness ballistic nylon. At least that's what it feels like. I don't know if this is nylon. That's just my best guess. It does have the Buck logo and the Buck on there. It's embossed on there. So that's the sheath and the knife. I have extra large, hands, and I can barely get the whole thing in my hand. So let me just show you here. This is the end of the knife. It has some ridging up here. It has Buck on the actual satin finish blade. It's a hollow ground drop point, and it has the over here. Next to the Ricasso, it says USA 673, and there's a little stamp, a little marking. I'm not sure what that is. On the back side, there's nothing. It's all on the presentation side. So it has a nice finish. It has these indentations here for your fingers. If you want to do a certain type of cut, you can do lots of cuts with this. Lots of different kinds of cutting action. So it has these little indentations. I guess you could call this jimping, but it's more like ridging. It's very much rounded off. It's not very aggressive. It does continue off into the handle a little bit here. If you can see, it's just some ridging right here. It's just this little section. If you go a little more forward, there's a little bit more of an edge to the spine of the blade, which you could probably use a ferroceram rod. You could use that and strike it to make sparks if you needed to make a campfire. What else? A lanyard hole. It is a full tang. Once again, it's just a little under 7.5 inches overall with a 3¼ inch blade. This right here, I don't know if this is a purposeful forward choll. You can get a finger there, but you're so close to the blade and the blade is so freaking sharp. I don't think I'd want to do that because if I slipped, I'd cut my finger real bad. So I'd stay back here with the primary choll. There is this choll here, and I would just stay there. And then, get a good grip. There's a lot of conflicting information online saying that, the grip is, because it is made out of rubber, there's no grip at all. Or some people say it's really grippy. Well, it is made out of rubber, but it's probably like in between low to medium traction, in my opinion, somewhere there. I mean, you can tell that it provides some grip, but it's not like, wow, I can't move my finger when I push against it because it's so grippy. It's not like, Cold Steel G10 that it's so ultra grippy that, it's almost too aggressive. It's definitely, when I think of a rubbered handle, I mean, I think of something that actually has a little bit more tactile grip than this. This is a harder rubber, but it definitely gives you something better than nothing. So it's kind of like a harder rubber, but not like a plastic, but it's like in between a plastic and a rubber is what it feels like. And so it's a full tank construction, which you can see here through the lanyard hole a little bit. And so on the Camouflage here, it says, actually, when you hold it like this, you probably definitely can't see this. But right here where my thumb is, it says Muddy Water, which is the type of camouflage once again. So it's on there. And one more, type of contrast here between the two colorations of camo. Even though they're supposed to be the same camo, they're different. You can see that one's more brown once again and one more green. Overall, what I think about this, I really like it a lot. It is really good for like $20. You can't beat this. It's so lightweight, so compact. It's pretty well made. From the best I can see, everything looks straight. Like the tang and everything looks straight, at least within reason. It just kind of gives me the impression a little bit that the knife is a little bit off to the right. Like, I don't know, maybe it's an optical illusion, but it almost looks like that it's just a hair off to the right, but I could be wrong. It could be just the lighting. And also the bevel, just closer to the tip, it looks like it's just a little bit off on one side. So it's not completely 100% symmetrical, but it's very close. So I would give it so far like 4.5 out of 5 stars from my initial report. And in the future, hopefully we'll do a more in-depth report and a usage report. Thanks a lot for coming along. I'll catch you later.